Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the most hostiest host in the universe, the Digital Caveman. Not really. There's other hostier hosts than me, I'm sure. But anyway, let's move on. Today I will be presenting you with Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revelation Tri-klops. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Wink wink. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That's also cool. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. 30 points of articulation, a barcode, Masterverse. And then you got that scrolly stuff and the cracky stuff. Nice big window showcasing the figure and his accessories, a deluxe figure. 6 and up, Netflix original series, Masters of the Universe Revelation Tri-klops, Mattel. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, a barcode, another barcode actually, some numbers, contents, one figure, and accessories. MattelShop.com print, made in Vietnam print, that question mark print that is service.mattel.com. Some other symbols, I don't know what they mean, I'm not looking them up. On this side, Tri-klops, evil and sees everything. Everything? Man, I hope you wash your eyes out with bleach sometimes. And there is some artwork that looks Arnold Schwarzenegger-y. And some other artwork down there below. And on the back of the packaging, here we have some different nice artwork of Tri-klops jumping into action, about to chop something with his sword. Tri-klops, evil and sees everything. The technological genius with the tri-sided visor served Skeletor for years. Now that the nefarious Lord of Destruction disappeared, however, Tri-klops discovered his new purpose. With the magic fading from Eternia, Tri-klops preaches about the weakness of flesh and the strength of machines. As leader of a technological cult operating out of Snake Mountain, he demands his followers abandon their weakness and prepare for the digital embrace of Motherboard. And then down here on the bottom we have the cross sale. Savage He-Man, Fisto, Andra, Tri-klops, Faker, Scare, Glow, and Stinky Ore. Also available, each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may vary. Mattel, empowering the next generation through play. And, wow, that's it for the packaging, folks. Now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first of all, we'll take a look at his alternate hands, which are Beastman slap hands. And as you notice, they have the little design on the back of them. So that's cool. And they are on in and out hinges. Those out of the way. Here is his alternate head, which is the mother box worshipping head, and yes, the eyes do turn. So that's cool. It's a nice looking head. And it's a little bit different than the regular head. You know, you got this part comes down a little lower, and different colors on the chin strap. And then you have this soft goods underlay. Then you have the plastic overlay, and it was a little bent in the packaging. I'm sure I could probably take some heat to it and get that fixed. And then he does have a soft goods cape that is permanently attached, it looks like. And then, of course, his classic sword, which we saw this sword already. It came with Fisto, which makes sense because in the original Masters of the Universe line, Fisto and Tri-klops did share the same mold for their sword. However, you know, his is in different colors. So that's cool. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. And this is, he's wearing his classic armor. The one thing that kind of bothered me about this is on the back, he doesn't have that little loop for the sword to go into like the classic figure did. Or the vintage figure, I guess I should say, not to get confused with Masters of the Universe Classics. So, you know, it's not exactly like the armor. I wish it kind of stayed down a little more right on top of the belt so that, you know, it kind of matches up there, but, you know, it's okay. And again, you know, regular head, he's got some hair hanging out, and dang it, well, I've got the eyes to turn the other day. There you go. It's kind of stiff, but if you'll work at it, there we go. I like the face sculpt. It kind of looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit back in his younger days. I'll be back. Oh no, that was really bad. That was like Australian Schwarzenegger. But, you know, mostly reused, just like most of the Masters of the Universe figures. So, you know, nothing we really haven't really seen at this point, except the head sculpt and the armor. I'm not sure if we've seen the forms with these pieces on it before. So, I like the colors. It really takes me back to my childhood and the original Masters line. Let's talk about his articulation. He can look up that far. You can look down that far. It does twist all the way around. I already showed that the eyes will spin around with a little work. He does have a little chicken neck going on there. And he's got a little bit of waggle in there. Waggle, waggle. Arms at the shoulder come out just about 90 degrees. And they will rotate a full 360 degrees at the shoulder. You just have to put it out a little bit to accommodate for the top of his armor here. There is a bicep cut for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow. I just keep saying that like it's a big deal in these Masterverse figures, but you know, it's a big deal to me. So if it's not a big deal to you, so you get that much bend out of that double hinge pinless elbow. And then in and out hinge on the hand, and a 360 degree rotation at the wrist and in and out hinge on this hand too. He does have a cut here where the chest meets the lower torso, and you get some hoopy action out of that. And you know, some lean this way and some lean that way, and I can lean back that far, and I can lean forward that far. And the this armor doesn't really get in the way of that. At the waist, full 360-degree rotation. At the hips, he'll give you that much of the splits, which is almost all the way. If you move the furry part out of the way a little bit, he will kick out that high. And back that far. Cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless knee. And this, I don't know, on camera it looks like they didn't use the same paint apps here as they did on the knee and the lower leg and, you know, the torso and the arms. So the coloration looks off. He's not as tan down here as he is up here. So that's weird. But anyway, double hinged pinless knee, because the fur on the top of the boot gets in the way. He can only kick, or not kick, but bend that far. Boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. Ankle down that far, up that far, and of course forward facing pin for rocker. And I don't know if you guys are looking forward to this or not. Oh, and you see here's the different color. This strap here is silver leading down to the chin rest, and this was not. And as you can see, you know, the color is a bit different. The face sculpt seems to be about the same on both of these heads. And then, of course, this one has the hat on it. So that's the differences in those. So first off, we're going to pop the head off. And as you can see, there's a like a dumbbell in there. And we'll move that head out of the way. And we'll pop that loose to get the armor off. And this is much easier. There was a little spur. Much easier than trap jaw. That belt still pisses me off. Alright, and the first thing that we have to do is undo the hook and loop. And I don't know how other people have done it. I haven't watched any reviews on this guy as of yet. But, you know, I'll start at the feet and pull it up. Work it around his arms there. Turn him around. Try to get the hook and loop straight. And I will tell you, this ain't the greatest hook and loop ever. It's just enough to get the job done. Oh, hello, sir. I'm headless and wearing a dress. Would you like to dance? I don't know. Alright, then we have the overlay with the soft goods cape. I'm just going to knock it down. And as you can see, the belt is attached for Tri-klops. And just slip it over his head. Try to keep the cape straight. This other soft goods piece. And then clasp the belt. It's a little bit different than the other armor pieces and stuff, and it's form fitting that it's just tight enough. The tolerance on it is great. It's not too tight like you have to pull it extra hard to get the belt to work. but I may have spoke too soon. Alright, there we go. All down on his shoulders. Like it's supposed to be, maybe. And then all you have to do is pop the mother box head on. And there we go. Tri-klops in all his technology worshipping glory. And again, no loop or anything for his sword, so there he is, y'all. Mother box Tri-klops. And now it's time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And let's start off with, I'm guessing, his wave mate, Trapjaw. There we go. There's Trappy. Here he is with Spikor. Here he is with Stinkor, the stinkiest stinker in the universe. Stinkor just has that kind of face of he who smelt it, dealt it. Here we have him with the Revelation version of Beastman. And I'm glad we've got another version of Beastman coming soon that looks more like the classic Beastman. And here he is with Evelyn. And of course, what is a comparison of evil warriors without their evil boss man? Here he is with the Revelation Skeletor. And I'm sure you guys want to know how he stacks up with some other lines. And here we have, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from the Marvel Legends line. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, here we have the Hasbro Pulse Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, we have the Archive Wave 501st Stormtrooper. Clone Trooper. Not Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper. Please, you guys, don't, destroy me in the comments for that slip. I know it's a clone. And for some additional 7-inch badness, we have the McFarlane Toys 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Comedian. And that, my friends, completes the comparisons. For final thoughts on the Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revelation Tri-klops deluxe set. I guess that's how they're building these, as a deluxe set. Certainly at a deluxe price. But, you know, I don't mind paying a little extra for the accessories if it means I don't have to spend the money for a whole nother figure down the road. Just like Trapjaw, you know, this Tri-klops comes with all the pieces you need to make the more classic looking version or the Revelation Mother Box worshipping version. So I think that's a plus. I think that's a smart move on Mattel's part. They know we don't like to buy 2,000 versions of anybody but He-Man. But I like this figure. I think this one hits the nostalgia for me a little bit more than the Trapjaw does. And the Trapjaw is just fine, except for the damn head. And the little bitty peg to change the weapons out. That kind of irks me. Bad move on your part, Mattel. That's not a good piece. But you know, I'm happy with this one. I'm gonna display him, of course, in the more classic looking attire rather than the Mother Box attire. I just you know, this is more Tri-klops to me than the other version. And I don't know what to say. If there's any drawbacks to this figure, it's the mismatched paint between, you know, the rest of the body and the knee and just below the knee. That's sloppy. And of course, no loop on the armor, on the back of his armor for his sword to slide into as storage. But you know, that's okay too. It would have been nice and really hit that nostalgia spot a bit more. But overall, you know, this is a good figure and I really like it. Again, like I said, this one really hits it for me more than Trapjaw did. And I'm sure they'll do another version of Trapjaw down the road, maybe like in the new Eternia line or whatever. We'll just have to see. But that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Any chance to play with my toys, so to speak. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single review that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That is also awesome. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.